Hello again, PC Smoker. On the air again. It's been a long time. It's been about 11 months since the last video, which was my first one for last year. This is my first one for this year. And been waiting for 11 months, like I said, because last year was, as what Queen Elizabeth said back in the 90s, as last year being, I don't know my Latin, but then she said, annus horribilis. And that's putting it mildly. Basically, it all started with around Christmas of 22, in which I got scammed. Really, guy wanted to help me get invested in crypto. So he kept asking for more money, and putting on gift cards and all that. And everybody told me I was just about a scam. It turned out to be a scam because he kept asking for more money, and I had to dip into money that was had to be used to pay off the bills, the rent, and all that. So, oh yeah, I made over $21,000 in crypto, but he wanted me to send money so he can send me the money and all that. It turned out to be a scam, and that's the first of the horrors. The second horror was, well, back on July 1 of 22, I got rear-ended by someone who was definitely not paying attention to the road, because most likely she was paying attention to her damn phone. So she ran my rear end, and well, she drove off, but a few minutes later she got into another accident, so not my problem. But the result of that collision was that parts of the mainframe got cracked, both on the rear side of both tires. So 6 months later, or actually 5 months later, it finally cracked. It tore, rear right side of the mainframe totally broke apart, and it became undrivable on New Year's morning. So since then, I've been without anything to drive. And also part of the result was that about 60% of my income went down. So basically I lost $13,000 in income, because I made almost, say like in 22, I made almost $41,000. Last year for 23, it's down to under 28,000. So I took a big hit. And the result though was that the rent was always late, and I was threatened with eviction. That passed, but then was threatened to have my water shut off, which didn't happen. The electricity got shut off by a day, so I was able to get the money to get it back, turned it back on. And I've been without cable since March, so I miss a whole lot of TV. Missed The Simpsons, the rest of last season, and right now, currently this season. Thank goodness they're being repeated on FXX. So whenever I get my cable back, I'll be able to catch up on that. And of course, there's The Walking Dead, missed that, and there's a few other shows which I missed. So hopefully by sometime this year I'll be able to get my cable back, so I'll finally be able to get back to watching TV. And also, and as far as finding money to try and pay off the rent and all that, I'm also used to sending the money to, well, legitimately invest in crypto. And it's been a rough road. I mean, I've been doing it for almost a year now. It's kind of up to a year now, and make a little over 17,000. But the problem is, I can't get that money because the place where I'm doing, I could mention the name, but I won't. They put a restriction on me that'll last until after the end of February, in which I can probably be able to get my money, hopefully. And then get 17,000, then I'll be able to finally get a truck, which means I'll be able to hopefully get back to the way my work schedule was back in 22. It's basically I work from 11 to 2 ish, and 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday, and then go back to delivering pizzas Tuesday through Sunday, and get to go back to lifting weights again after midnight, which is going to be a long road ahead to recover what I lost, because being over 35 means you lose a lot of muscle tone and strength if you've been away from weights for a long time. So basically, I can't go back to lifting using heavy weights again until I get till my muscles are back up to the way they were prior to being away from the weights. So that was a while. Very well. 3 to 5 months probably. But the good news with not having a truck is, I had a walk. The only form of transportation I still have right now, is walking and pedaling a bike. And with a bike, well, I pedaled that a lot until the post to the got a nice little ring right here. You put the post right in here for the seat. Well, that cracked. So I had to walk everywhere for about, say, 4 to 6 months. And the result was I lost 30 pounds. Got down to the 240s and sometimes into the 230s. So, which means some of the clothes that I got a leather suit in there that was measured snug, it became less snug. So I'm able to walk freely because it was so small. I said, well, we gotta make it tight so you look sexy. Hello, anything you put on is sexy enough. But with it being so tight, I can only climb up. It says boom, 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 boom. One step at a time. Put both feet on one. Like an old person would. Can't go bump, 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 bump. Can't go left on the step, then the right, then up one. You get the picture. So now I'm able to go free now. But of course, the big problem is, of course, when I finally do get to go back to driving again, will the weight come back? We'll get back up into the 70s or beyond, or get back over 300 pounds. Don't want to at my age because, of course, you got diabetes. And Keeping the weight down will help, but the one thing that doesn't help, of course, is to get older. The older you get, the chance of getting diabetes goes up as well. So, gotta watch out for that. And it may eventually happen. I hope it doesn't, but it may will. So, hopefully I'll be able to use the $17,000 to get another truck and pay off all the IOUs I have. Get my cable back. The insurance I have with Health Alliance, that's got to be paid off in full. And a few other bills got to be paid off in full as well. And another problem is, I also unwillingly invest in more crypto. This time I made $45,500. Wow, that's great. Problem with that is, can't get that yet because I got to pay the initial fee, which is $1,100 or $1,000, and then got to pay the commission fee, which is $45.50, and then there might be another fee, like withdrawal fee, to send it to me. So that's going to cost a lot more. But if I'm able to get, like I said, if I'm able to get all that money, then I will be able to finally get back to the schedule that was the way I had it back 2 years ago, in which I'll have more time to lift and can have weekends off, at least the night times are concerned. And what I was hoping that would happen back in last year was able to have 5 days off. So maybe I can have, not 5 days, work 5 days, so maybe I can have like a Friday or Saturday off. So I can go socialize, which I hardly ever do because I'm working 6-7 days a week for years. And at my age, that's going to be hard to do, but I'll make it, hopefully. And, if you thought about going into crypto, do ask questions. I never did that because, if you say I've seen, how do I get hooked up with people managing my accounts? They appeared on Instagram, and the clients. I also follow some of the clients who did crypto, and I said, well, put in this much money. So one guy put in $2,000, and he had, because he wanted a fast investment, and then put in for a withdrawal fee of $2,500, and got back $25,000. And like I said, that sounds great, but but the one thing is you can't tell you can't tell other people about the managers. I don't know why they want to keep it hush hush. They want public exposure probably. But I don't know. It's kind of hush hush. I don't know what the secretaries is, but it's like follow one guy on Instagram, and he said, I hooked up with this account manager, and I got hold of that person, and that person told me that I should block the guy I followed, who recommended this manager. I'm like, why? Why the secrecy and all that, But I will go back to following that guy anyway because he's a good guy. He is a good guy, really. So hopefully, everything will work out fine. as for uh, uh, talking to other people, I can say, well, two of them have kind of like, I might say, a develop a little like puppy love to me. Sight and seeing, I mean, they only see my pictures on Facebook and they go gaga over me, and I don't like. And somehow that's fine, but it's kind of like you say, "Oh, I'm in love with you and all that. I gotta meet you and all, you know, gotta meet and all that." And one guy, he's in the military over in the Middle East, and he's coming back stateside next month, and he wants to meet me in person, in the flesh. And strange that it sounds, strange that it is, he wants to shack up with me underneath the same roof, and he wants to make sure I don't have to work anymore. And I don't quite like that because one, I want to keep on working, you know, because might be fine for some people who want to say, you know, get to a certain age, like 65 or 70 or whatever, say, I quit, I want to retire, I want to do nothing, and just like hang around and do nothing. I'm a chronic workaholic, so it's not going to be easy with me saying I want to don't work at all. I mean, to me, saying I don't want to work at all means, hey, the only time I'm not going to work at all is when I'm dead, which is coming up soon. And being the oldest kid in the family now, thanks to my older brother, kicked the bucket. Was it 14 months ago? Yeah, elevated me being the head kid of the family. Thanks a lot. Uh, Never liked him anyway. Yeah, I mean, hopefully in about 1,500 days, I will be able to, go on, use my Social Security to pay off the regular bills. So, I don't work that much, but, I still want to work. I want to keep myself busy, but also make enough money so I can go ahead and travel. There's a lot of places I want to go to, like to drive to. And that I want to do, but of course, if this guy wants to shack up with me, he's kind of like, I'm for him and him only. I'm gonna go have whatever with other people, other guys and all that, but not quite, he's not right now quite open to open relationships. Like I've read from other people on other sites, you know, couples who are open, which one half can go do whatever with the other half, and you know what I mean. So that's going to be a new territory I've never explored because, like I said, I've been alone for decades, and I don't quite like to lose my independence. I would like to do what I want to do without asking for permission or having somebody tag along. So, you know, that's just the way I feel. I mean, I like to keep my independence, but also, you know, kind of, I would like to share, but gotta keep that. I want to keep that independence, really. And of course, whether that person wants to shack up with me is going to be open to wearing leather or I hear rubber. Um, that depends, and of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, what's this other person? Oh, other person wants to open a salon somewhere, and does he want me to tag along with him? He wants to. Me, kind of. I don't. I mean, I want to, but it's like find out a good place. I mean, find a good place for him to open up his business at. But if it's somewhere around Chicago, I'm all for it. But like I said, man, I would like. I would like to go to places I've never been to before because all my time is running. I'm running out of time. I mean, so like this, yeah, you kind of will go to the places you want to go to, so you can still remember it until the time you won't remember it, and that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, where do I want to go? So I want to like go to Berlin for Folsom, where you see a lot of guys all dressed in their leather or in their rubbers or the jock strap or nothing at all. So yeah, yeah, but time will tell, really. So, like I said, I'm hoping that this year I will finally get back my truck, finally get a truck so I can drive around and make the money I need to buy more stuff and more cigars. I'm usually buy a lot of them about every 2 or 3 weeks, and it's kind of hard, but I'll make it. So hopefully by next year, um, be back in the way I was back in 22, and hopefully something else will happen. I don't know. Time will tell. So, and speaking of time, I know you're all going to sleep right now, so sorry about the long rant. But whenever I get a chance to get back on the air again, I will. So keep those home briars burning and those cigars smoking and pipes. And see you soon. Goodbye.